What's up guys, Nick Rapazzi here. Welcome to the NR Motorsports YouTube channel. Today we're going to be working on the E46. We are getting ready to do the 5-speed swap on this. As you guys know, we got everything set up for a drift build on this, and the last thing is the 5-speed swap, the M50 manifold, and then we are going to get this thing tuned. We're going to do a remote tune from, I forget the name of the company, but it's like 400 bucks, and they basically do the setup of the intake on it, and that's basically how we're gonna get everything going here. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of this and put a 5-speed with a chassis mounted shifter that we have over there, but I'm gonna get this thing up on jack stands and then we will get this thing going. All right guys, we got this thing up in the air. It was a little bit of a process because it's always tight doing things on jack stands with a jack that doesn't slide on gravel, but we have everything. We have 5 different jack stands, 2 there, 1 on each side, and then 1 in the rear on the rear subframe. I couldn't get the other side in because the exhaust is up there, but the first thing that we're going to do is we're replacing the exhaust anyway, so we're going to get that out of the way, make sure that there's nothing that can impede us from getting to the transmission. And I'd like to get to the point where we're just getting ready to pull out the tranny, because I really don't want to do it by myself, and I don't have a tranny jack. All I have is that jack right there, so I'm going to try and get somebody to come here and help me actually get it out. But I want to get to the point where it's basically just us grabbing it. So we'll get the interior out, get this exhaust out of the way, and then hopefully in the next day or so, because the only thing I'm waiting for is the resignator, and then I need a 3-inch to 3.5 adapter for the tip that's going to go out the back. So just waiting on a couple more parts, and we still need to get the brakes for this too, because as you guys can see, this is the front wheel and this thing's fucking locked up because this caliper is fucked on here. So yeah, let me get under here and I'll time lapse it and get you guys under here with us taking the exhaust out. Might end up just cutting it out, but we'll see if the bolts come out because they're pretty rusty under there. All right guys, so drive shaft's out, everything's out of the way. This was a bitch to get it disconnected from there. I don't know why, but it would not come off of the differential. But using a pry bar, we ended up getting it out. And that's it right there. So we're gonna move into the inside, get the center console taken apart, and then start getting everything ready from the top side to come out. And that'll probably wrap it up for today, because all we're gonna have left is the bell housing bolts and the mounts itself, which are super easy to get to, and this Weibo is bad, so I'm going to order one. They sell a solid mount one. I'm just going to bite the bullet, spend 130 bucks and get the solid mount Weibo for this, and we'll pretty much all say. I did have to cut the carrier bearing bracket because it would not come, this bolt will not come out. I'm gonna have to figure out and weld something to this and get this nut out, just so we can get this bracket out, because the new Driveshaft has one, and I might end up replacing it anyway. But let's get this stuff cleared out and we'll get to the inside. All right, guys, interior piece is pretty simple. The shroud that goes around the automatic shift lever, this just pulls up. You literally just yank on the bolt to pull it up. And then to get the surround out so we can get to the shifter mechanism in here, it's 2 Phillips screws right here. 1, 2. Pull those out, and then this will come out. But don't forget that the wires are connected for the windows in here too. So we'll get these out right here, get this unbolted, and then we'll get into the mechanism that's inside here and get this out. All right, guys, so this was super simple to get everything out. You had right here T27s right here holding the assembly in, which I threw right over there because I didn't really care about it. And then it has 2, I don't know, cables hooked up to it. I'm guessing this is for like the indicator up here, and then the cable down here is for the actual shift linkage. And I don't care about using this or ever converting anything back to an automatic, so instead of unbolting it like you should have, I just cut it with pliers. So I cut both wires, pulled everything out, and then we're all set up to put the chassis mounted shifter in, which I'm just gonna grab real quick and just set it in place to show you guys what it's gonna actually look like in here. And I think I'm just gonna leave it alone for now, because the only thing we have to do left to do now is just pull the tranny out. So it's gonna be super simple to get all that stuff out once I have some help, because I don't want to do it myself. But let me get that chassis mounted shifter so we can see what that thing looks like in here.